Hey everybody, filming a little somewhere different today. Kind of felt like being by a window and where there's sunlight because I've been doing research on this scary story, which I'm going to tell you in a minute. And it's kind of like, my favorite thing to do with these scary stories is to do a little further research as far as like history goes, especially if it's like a creepypasta. So for today's scary story, I'm going to kind of chit-chat about Jeff the Killer. So Jeff the Killer, this has been one that you guys have like highly requested me to talk about. Like, talk about Jeff the Killer, talk about Jeff the Killer. Every time I Google it, it's like creepypasta just comes up. Creepypasta, creepypasta, which is cool. I love creepypasta. But the type of scary story, I'm like, oh, is this just another Slenderman? Which Slenderman, there are, creepy things, regards to Slenderman in reality. But with Jeff the Killer, I was like, you know what, let's look this up and see why everyone might feel that I need to talk about it. And apparently it's, it's like supposedly just as popular as Slenderman. It's like one of the very first original creepypasta characters, supposedly. So in my research, I started reading the creepypasta website and I was like, you know what? Let's steer from creepypasta. Let's go to the other interwebs and see what other people have to say. So I found this other website that was talking about it, and so Jeff the Killer. Let's talk about the original story if you don't already know. Supposedly, Jeff the Killer was a young boy who was bullied, and he had a mom and a dad. He had a brother who he was really close with. I don't necessarily know how to pronounce the brother's name. I want to just say Lou. It's spelled L-I-U. So if you know how to pronounce it, tell me down below. If it is Lou, tell me that that's correct. You guys will know. Nice little family, but Jeff was bullied. And on one particular day, apparently he was bullied, his brother was being bullied and him was being being mugged, children mugging children. And Jeff got this rage and beat up these boys, and he was witnessed by these cops, I guess, and he was going to be sent to some sort of correctional facility. The brother, Lou, took the blame to protect Jeff, and that they ended up sending Lou away. Now that Lou was gone, and because Jeff was so close with him, he started to kind of fight some depression, just because he's, his brother is like the one person that knows him and who can supposedly stop him from doing bad things. Fast forward to some time, Jeff and his parents were going to a birthday party. They were invited when they moved or something. So they go to this birthday party, and those bullies are there. And, that kind of gives Jeff some anxiety. However, the bullies decide to pick on Jeff at the birthday party. And Jeff's like, no, we're even. We should be even by now. Like, my brother's gone. Like, we should be all good. And no, they won't take that. So they start to beat up on him. Well, supposedly, from what I read at the party, Jeff kills the main, the first one to attack him. I can't remember the bullies' names. But he attacks the first one, kills him. And then one of the other bullies, I can't really remember what happened to the second one. I don't know if he just hurt him or what, but apparently the third bully took some vodka that was sitting around, smashed on Jeff's face, and probably just head, but face, and then lit it on fire, burned him so he was unrecognizable. Jeff then wakes up in the hospital, and his face is all wrapped up in bandages. His parents are allowed to come see him. His brother is allowed to come see him, all that stuff. And during Jeff's recovery process, when he gets to take the bandages off, he sees that it's like he has a new face. It's completely disgusting, unrecognizable, burned like leather. And he's in the bathroom one particular night. His mom comes in and sees him. He's taking razor blades and cutting a permanent smile, so he doesn't have to put forth the effort to smile. Ironically enough. So his mom catches him doing that, making him, very Joker of him. And then he decides to kill both his parents. And then he decides to kill his brother, but tells him to go to sleep first. So that was the story I found. However, when I continued to read about Jeff the Killer, I found, you know, the original story. Like, who created Jeff the Killer? And there's this YouTuber, and let me find... I opened the link up, and the photograph of Jeff the Killer, here, for your pleasure. I hate it. I hate it. It's just ewy. So the YouTuber goes by this name, and the very first video they've ever uploaded, it's called Jeff the Killer, the original story. Read the comments in that video. I went and kind of scrolled through, skimmed some, read some of the comments. But he claims that he is the original creator of Jeff the Killer. And supposedly the famous image of Jeff the Killer, like if you Google it, that image will pop up. There's like maybe two or three different versions, maybe just two. I think I've only seen two, but in my mind there could just be like 20. But supposedly after this YouTuber uploaded this video, a lot of people took the story to creepypasta, and it kind of just manifested into this ginormous like story portraying Jeff the Killer. But this user, he claims that he is Jeff the Killer and that every other story about Jeff the Killer is false. This also includes the famous story that like everyone knows. He denies that Jeff had any incident with bullies or bleach or vodka, but he insists that Jeff was actually hauling a gallon of acid to clean a bathtub. He slipped on a bar of soap, spilling the acid on him, and the neighbors heard his cries for help and screams of agony, came to help him, and, you know, got him to the hospital. But a lot of users, and just people in general, just wondered where the photograph came from, the famous face of Jeff the Killer. Some 4chan users actually remembered a suicide of a young woman named Katie Robinson, who killed herself due to being cyberbullied. Her face was allegedly photoshopped to look hideous, and she was also going through some depression, which in the end resulted her to kill herself over it. Some claim the whole story of Katie is completely made up, though. Not many people saw the photo before it was removed, but some claim the picture was the infamous photo of Jeff the Killer. That YouTube user, though, I don't know how to pronounce the username, Cesur, I don't know, but they state that the picture is not photoshopped, though, the one with Jeff the Killer. It's not photoshopped, and that it is instead a latex mask that had its picture taken in 2007. Now, he didn't post the video about Jeff the Killer, the original story, until 2008. He would also sometimes receive comments that would be led to newgrounds.com, an account named Killer Jeff, which this YouTuber, in fact, claims that it is his account. And apparently, supposedly, there's all this evidence that point to the fact that it is indeed his account. The account was created in 2006, but it did not become active until 2008. 2 months before that video was posted, on August 10th, 2008, Killer Jeff posted the official image of Jeff the Killer. Killer Jeff claims that he found the images on his ED account and gives a background story on Jeff. So, according to him, Jeff the Killer is a ghost game very similar to Bloody Mary, and he also gives instructions on how to play the game. So, apparently, if you want to play this game, you must perform it in a closet, turn off the lights, and sit down cross-legged. Repeat this saying 3 times while turning your head back and forth and say, "He's in here with me." Then close your eyes and call out the name Jeff. He'll appear by putting his face right up to you, and proceed to yell and try to harm you. To make him stop, you have to stand there and compliment him. Not doing so will result in a nightmarish field trip. So if you want to play this game, I don't know, do you think, has Britty44 played this game? Because I just think of her, and if not, to go tell her to play Jeff the Killer game. On August 14th, 2008, still before the video was posted, Killer Jeff posted the image again, claiming, in quotes, "I'm a nice guy." Then on September 12th, 2008, he posted the source, early Photoshop version of Jeff the Killer image that he used to create it, thus being the possible original image that Robinson got photoshopped of herself and killed herself over. On October 3rd, 2008, the same day he uploaded the video on YouTube. So I'm a pretty strong believer that even if it's on creepypasta, even if it's maybe allegedly fake or some sort of story, they all come from somewhere. They all come from some form of truth. Even if it is from the imagination, it could be something that had actually happened somewhere, someone got inspiration for it, you know. Do we even know why he came up with Jeff the Killer? I'm not finding anything on that part. But I feel like there could be I feel like there could be more to the story. Okay, so my challenge for you guys, look up Jeff the Killer's sightings. Comment down below, let me know what you find, or like send me a link or post a link on my Facebook group, which is Annie's Haunted Hangout. Go join that thing. It's fun and it's spooky and scary, but post stuff on there. If you find a photo, whatever, let's talk about it there, or just down there in the description. So that's my challenge for you guys. Look at this cool ring. It's an antique baby doll eye. I made it. It's kind of creepy. So if you would like to purchase anything similar, or any of my spooky, creepy, odd, earthly jewelry, you can go to ladylockscreations.com. The link is down in the description. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later.